welcome to Lost in South Oz. I'm Bridget.
I'm Julie.
And we're doing a driving video today, and we're heading into the city. So Julie's doing the camera work today. I'm driving. I'm not touching the camera. So
yeah, we're heading into the city for me to do an MRI test.
Yeah, you don't have to tell them, but that's okay if you're happy to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got an appointment.
They want to check how my brain's functioning.
Okay. All right then. We're in the Micra. Yes, this is the trusty vehicle that we tend to spend more time in. I guess you guys probably only see a lot of video from the twin cab or the Cruise. So, but hey. So with this one we don't have a camera stand in it. So Julia's got hold of the gimbal and she's...
And unfortunately that means I move as the car moves.
Yeah, so she's not as...
So I'm sorry it's a bit wobbly, but...
She's not as practiced at camera work as I am, so... But we thought anyone out there that hasn't been to Adelaide or South Australia, just even, I mean, there's lots of people out there that are on the channel or people that have been here that know what it looks like, so it's just old information. It's just really for people that, you know, we've got viewers from the UK, viewers from Germany, places like that, even America, and you know, they might not have seen what the I guess the northern suburbs of Adelaide looks like.
We're on the main north road leaving Elizabeth, and this has been the main route through from Adelaide to Gawler since the early 19th century.
Yeah, well the new expressway we usually travel on, even when we're cycling on, you might see videos of that. Where the cycleway goes down, that's just recently been opened, and this one's been sort of, I don't know, like a Cobb and Co route, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been bullock track, Cobb and Co, everything else, dirt track.
And now it's in 3 lanes going both ways with a huge island in the middle, and who knows, probably end up with another lane if it keeps going. And we don't know what those yellow flowers are that you might see out there along the way. We thought it was canola, but then Julie tells me there's another weed out there.
Something called, I think it's called Calliopesis.
Yeah, she said there's another weed out there that looks very similar to canola that's called Calliopesis.
Yeah, I only know that from a caption on a photograph. But,
yeah, so, look, it's got a horrible name, and that's why it was changed to canola, I guess. But that's not canola, that's Calliopesis, so
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, rapeseed wasn't really a marketable name for, they just called it canola.
Yeah, just like cheese, right?
Yep.
Anyway, things change, things are not socially desirable.
Sometimes that's good, sometimes not.
Yeah, well, this area copped a lot of storms and a lot of these trees, well, they're still standing, but I remember being caught in traffic because there was trees down.
And yes, I know our windscreen needs a wash before anybody comments.
Well, we drive the wheels off this little car. We absolutely drive the wheels off it. If anyone's lived in South Australia, it's the Dust Bowl of, what can I say, the Dust Bowl capital. You know, you'll see footage, and this says 60 kilometres ahead, I've got to slow down. You'll see footage of dust storms from here. And the reality is that's the way it is. It's just, I guess the farmers tore all the topsoil off when they cleared, in the early days of Australia, farmers cleared a lot of trees, and it was because they basically were given incentives for clearing land. And when you clear the trees and you clear all the vegetation, the short reality of it all is that the soil, you're putting a new set of lights in here. Well, definitely needs a set of lights in here, that's for sure. Definitely needs more lights through here. Roundabouts make things work easier, but in the cases of hoons, morons and idiots with a forget lead foot, a brick foot. There's only 2 speeds, stop and go, and it's usually all the way through the floorboards. Maybe we need lights.
No, we have stop, go and slow around here.
Oh, it's just stop and go usually. Flat to the boards or not at all.
Yeah.
And, you know, how many times have you been driving along here with someone snoop up your backside, pushing you past, trying to push you past the speed limit? It's like, really? I've been living too long to give a hoot about anything. I'm going to say I'm trying to be nice. I just, you know, if you want to become part of the back end of my car, then so be it. I'm insured. I'm getting on in age.
Well, we're insured for somebody running into us from the back. Yeah.
Have we? Oh, that's well. Hopefully,
because that's their, yeah. Hopefully, they've got insurance. That's their fault.
That's their fault, you know. But you know, I've paid a lot of insurance in my time, and I'm getting old. So and you know, as you get older, you pay lots more insurance. So it costs more to insure an older person. So yippee! Anyway, I'm dribbling away here, just talking in the traffic. But you know, the one thing you see a lot of in Adelaide is tailgaters and speeders.
Yeah, that's pretty much the case.
Yeah, we are talking about the ones behind the wheel, not the other kind. Anyway, but
yeah, they're either going over the speed limit or they're driving well under the speed limit.
Yeah, or they're just giving you the bird, basically. Road rage is huge here, and it's not because people won't do 85 at an 80 zone just for them. It's, I don't know, I don't know what. I have no idea. I can't answer you on what.
But having said that, I don't mind looking at the variety of vehicles, and from, you know, small cars up to big trucks that you find on the road. It kind of fascinates me, and watching the what do they call those fancy hubcap things, mags, watching them spin round and on passing cars.
Oh, you like mags, see? Oh my god, mags.
Oh, just watching them spin round on passing cars can be interesting.
Yeah. It's still out the front here, but yeah. Look, I mean, the cars that I started driving only had steel rims on them. I mean, they were said to be stronger, and I guess in the early days when they first brought out alloy rims, they were. But technology has got a lot more sophisticated. I guess if you're going to, you know, do 80 kilometres an hour and hit a gutter and slam into a gutter and try and think your mag's not going to snap, well, that's, you know, whatever. Keep dreaming. But then, who doesn't say when you have a steel rim, if you went over the gutter at 80 kilometres an hour, you're going to bend that too?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you something funny. I saw on social media. It was a short that someone had put up asking why, with all the technology we've got in modern day cars, basically, why there's a saver in the boot, and why you've been asked to put this saver on. And the simple answer is, the saver in the boot has a maximum speed limit of 80 kilometres an hour, and there's a reason. Well, in some cars I think it's more, but 90 or something. But anyway, regardless of that, it's a smaller tread. It's not designed for highway use. It's thinner, and it's basically designed to go in the back of your car. People drive, you know, SUV, oversized bubbles and little bubbles, whatever. It's designed to be smaller and be lower profile, so that you've got more room in that area of the car for luggage, humans, or whatever. Because not all vehicles...
Yeah, we often carry humans in the boot.
Yeah, but not all vehicles have this spare tyre on the outside of the vehicle or under it. They have it in the luggage compartment. And that's the simple answer.
Like ours does.
There's no point making a short asking why. If you consulted your manual, you'd probably see why. Anyway.
But we happen to have a full-size wheel and tyre in the boot.
Well, we opted to put a mag wheel in our boot. We bought an extra wheel and tyre, and
yeah,
we don't want to have to. We get flat tires. We take it to the tire place and swap it over and put the that mag wheel in the boot. I mean, technically you're supposed to rotate all 5 tires anyway. You know, that's, I guess if you had a saver you wouldn't be rotating them, but no, and you're probably not even checking that the tire pressure's in them.
But with having a full size spare wheel spare, we can just change and keep going at the same speed and stuff.
Get along on our way,
yeah.
And we don't have to worry about the saver being more than 10 years old and popping and leaving us stranded.
Just our preference.
Yeah, well, the fact is that you can only keep tyres on a vehicle for no more than 10 years, and at that point they're sketchy anyway from the road heat and stuff. So God knows what your saver, how many people have actually checked the age of how old their saver is in the boot. If your car's 20 years old, is your spare tyre 20 years old?
Good point.
Is it safe to drive on? And the answer probably is no. And you see a lot of people, they've got their saver on, it's like, oh well, I had a flat tyre so I changed it. The other one's in the back of the car and it's flat. And they just keep driving for months later down road.
Well, fix it, dear Liza, fix it, dear.
Yeah, we know. Anyway, so that was just something I saw on social media. I'm like, really? You don't know the answer to that one?
There's a hole in my tyre, dear Henry,
Oh my God, Julie, you're going back to the dark ages. Someone might say, oh gee, you're old. And the reality is that song came from our grandparents.
Well, according to Bridge, we are old. I haven't quite caught up with that yet. But,
I don't know, 57's not really that old.
Not really.
Not for these days. I remember when my parents or my grandparents were in their 50s, when I was young, I looked at them and go, oh, you're old. And now I'm there, it's like, yeah, the package is a little bit worn, but I'm still out there doing things. And I really think that, you know, you're only as old as you really feel you are. You know, if you really want to get out there and live your life and keep living it, there's no reason you can't cycle, you can't bushwalk, you can't swim, you can't do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we have the e-bikes in the boot of the Micra.
Yeah, we're going for a cycle. Yeah. And that's what your doctors would want you to do, to keep moving, as long as you can. I think I'll still be going when I'm 80, right?
Yeah, knowing my luck. So I'm really more at home in a library than I am anywhere else.
So where are we now? Is this like, oh, I forgot this place. It's got
past Parafield Airport.
Yeah, but this has got an Aboriginal name, hasn't it?
Is this Paraka?
Paraka. And we spent a long time learning how to say Paraka. And we say, what was the other word?
Paraka.
Paka. We struggled, Paraka. Peruka. We said Peruka, and we so struggled with, because it's spelled double O, but it's Paraka. So, you know, again, it's not English.
No, it's indigenous, and
yeah,
and that's pretty cool. We're not complaining about it. We're just saying that the pronunciation for newcomers is not always familiar.
Yeah, so Paraka, it's spelt with an E, with double O-K-E or something.
P-O-O-R-A-K-A.
A-K-A, yeah. So, yes, and it's not English, it's not Australian, it's indigenous. And you're going to struggle with things. There it is there on the post.
Yeah.
You're going to struggle with things that are not native to your tongue.
There was a railway line out here a while ago.
Yeah, well, it crossed this road, went out to the prisons, didn't it?
Yeah, towards Adelaide prison.
Towards Adelaide prison, yeah. And that line's been long ripped up.
It was known as the Northfields branch.
Did it cross this road, or did it go alongside of it?
No, it crossed this road.
Yeah.
I just can't remember exactly where.
Yeah. Look at this, it's now, how many lanes we've got here? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 lanes. So, you know, we are starting to approach the city now. Well, we're on the approach to the city.
Yeah, we need to follow the corridor of the Northfields branch at some stage.
Yeah.
There's another video in there.
Yeah. And we hope you enjoy the videos. I mean, like, we enjoy making them. And, you know, we don't have any members, we're not monetized, and we don't have any sponsors, but we just like doing them for us, and we hope you enjoy them too. And that's why we put up stuff about, you know, our journeys. It's not because we're going to educate anyone, it's just, we're just sharing, and we're glad we got sponsors that watch. And if you don't, I guess if you don't like road videos, don't watch them.
Yeah.
You know, if you're here for the railway ones, watch those.
We're still going to do railway ones, but there's just limits to what we can do with them.
And this is a big industrial area before we head into the city.
Yes.
And we'll get off all that whinging and stuff. The road rules are different here to being in New South Wales. Usually if you're on the left hand side and you're merging, you indicate, and the person is in the straight lane has right away. Here you both have to indicate. It's probably a good thing you do, otherwise you get sideswiped.
Yeah, we're coming into Gepps Cross now.
This is Gepps Cross, and we're starting to get, what's this?
Which is...
And you can see on the left hand side there's that Calliopesis thing we're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's what it is here.
Well, there is up north of Galway, I think there's some canola up there.
Whatever it's called, there's fields of yellow flowers.
It's quite beautiful. Look at these pine trees.
Oh yeah.
Just like a plantation.
There's a small plantation of them.
And there's on our right, as we come up, there's an old drive-in theatre, but it used to be big for a market, but I think even that's closing down.
The markets have moved. They moved.
The markets have moved, but you've got to go between all the car yards and stuff. I think it's just here somewhere.
I can't remember where they moved to. Yeah, we're coming into the intersection with Grand Junction Road, which is the major east-west road across northern Adelaide.
Yeah.
Well, the northern suburbs of Adelaide.
I guess from Gepps Cross in, it starts becoming sort of city.
Yeah.
Inverted commas. But someone will correct me, as they always do.
Yeah, Grand Junction Road was sort of...
I often get someone type, "Oh, you bloody moron." You should know better.
Yeah, the old street directories of Adelaide, Grand Junction Road was kind of the limit of maps. Nowadays, of course, it's up round Manapara Way, and I don't know where the current street directory goes to, because we...
Gee, I haven't used a street directory in a long time. I just have Google Maps.
Yeah, we use Google Maps these days, and...
Just Google it.
That'll direct you anywhere.
Yeah, even the wrong way down a one-way street.
Well, yeah, it's been known to do things like that.
Yeah, maybe the Google guy was driving the wrong way down when he went and did a 3D camera image of that street. I don't know.
Who knows?
Why would Google send you the wrong way down a one-way street?
Well...
Unless it wasn't told that it was a one-way street.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Someone's not done something.
Google Maps is not a replacement for local knowledge.
No. But we used to, like I said, we used to have UBDs and street directories and all sorts of stuff. Gregory street directories, it used to be called.
And they had the same problem.
I think you still can get them hard copies. I'm not sure which version you can get. I'm sure if you'd like to make a comment in our comments and tell us which hard copy version you can still get, it would be great. But most people just don't have any need for them. I guess it's getting harder and harder to get them.
I don't know, I've never looked for them.
Yeah, and plus they're getting a bit pricey now, aren't they?
Probably, maybe.
Because it's demand and supply, isn't it? There's just not many of them out there.
The most recent ones I looked for, street directory wise, were the very old street directories, historical ones.
It's amazing when we're researching, we find the places we find information in, and sometimes you can find them in old street directories.
Yeah.
Like if you want to know if a business existed,
or if a railway line existed.
Or a railway line or a road, because sometimes the road's names get changed, for example.
They do.
Oh, the sun's coming out. I thought it was going to rain.
Yeah, part of my local history library collection is a few old street directories, and
look, they're good reference books, but in the end, anything is not gospel because it's in a book. It's an opinion,
but
and still, it's just the opinion of whoever was doing the research for that directory.
Well, yeah, that's right. Street directories make mistakes. Business directories make mistakes.
Books make mistakes.
Books make mistakes.
Encyclopedias make mistakes. Look, I grew up before ISBNs, and my saying was just because it had an ISBN didn't make it gospel. And that's true. Books are an opinion. You've got to get when you're doing your research, it's probably a good idea to get your information from several sources.
Yeah, part of critical thinking skills is asking yourself, how reliable is this book? And then, as Bridge said, looking up several different sources and comparing them. Yeah,
don't just accept that one source is how it's supposed, the absolute truth or the facts. And the reality is, you could look up 3 or 4 sources, and they might have got their information from the same source.
That happens sometimes.
It really does. So then you're really just at the mercy of, that's it. That's all I know. But that's why you should always, when you're doing stuff like writing papers or stuff, please, give your source, references. That's why when we use music on the channel from YouTube's library, we still got a reference where it came from.
And when I put stuff up on the Lost in South Oz website, I try to write down what my sources were.
Yeah, and we're actually in the process of we've invested in an absolute channel that's not a subdirectory anymore from the other channel.
Yeah, it'll be www.lostinsouthOz.net
instead of what it is now, a subdirectory. So we're in the process of securing a web address, and we're going to move the web page to
www.lostinsouthOz.net.
Yeah. That's its new address.
We haven't got the data up there yet, so
it's in the process.
You might come up with a 404 error at the moment.
Yeah. But and that's where we've slowly been putting stuff up there. But there is some extra information on some of the historical railway videos that we've been doing.
Yeah, I've now worked out how to get new information up there fairly quickly.
Yeah, you create what do you call that?
You don't want me to explain the JavaScript coding, do you?
No, but you create a PowerPoint and you convert it into a
PDF, and then I basically copy that and paste that into the new web page.
But you code the web page for the channel.
Yep, I don't use I pride myself a bit on not using a web page creator software. I hand coded all myself.
They're all full of bloatware, really.
Yeah.
They're just basically apps that build on apps. It's a bit like it's just.
It means
you code your own stuff.
I don't have a super duper fancy gee whiz looking bells and whistles web page.
But it's not bloatware. It's not going to take ages to
if it takes ages to load, it's because I haven't shrunk the picture sizes down.
Yeah.
But it's not taking ages because of bloatware.
Yeah. And that's all. It's just the raw information, basically. We're going left or right here?
I don't know, and I'm holding the gimbal.
I think we usually go left here.
Yeah, I think we do.
Oh, I've got a car up my arse, mate. Oh, sorry about that, I swear. Sorry about the swearing. I just looked in my rear vision mirror.
There's the big Scotsman.
Yep.
Scotty's Motel.
I just looked in my rear vision mirror, and this car's like accelerated straight at me as soon as I put the indicator on.
Yeah, sorry, Bridge, I hope you know where you're going, because I can't hold
I haven't got a clue, but it says city, so I'm taking the next to the right.
Yeah, we want North Adelaide.
Yeah, well, we're in the northern suburbs, so I'm sort of heading towards where the Women's and Children's Hospital is.
Yeah, we're going to Adelaide Memorial, which is next door, but
yeah. Anyway, we don't need to. Yeah, well, but I'm just heading down that way.
Look, folks, I've got MS, which means once or twice a year I have an MRI.
Yep.
End of story.
Yep. Yeah, as you get older, you know, just the way it is. You gotta do more to keep clear. Okay, wait up. Okay. Trying to. Oh, look, that's why everything. Someone's had a bit of a dingle.
Yeah, I don't make any secrets of stuff like that, because hey, there's other people out there with MS, and maybe some of them are watching this video and they're going, oh wow, someone else with MS and they're busy doing this.
Yeah, look,
they might find it encouraging.
Look, I've usually got this red rash on my face, and people are like, oh, what do you do? Like, why you got a rash on your face? Like it's something, you know.
Bridge has sleep apnea, and a sleep machine leaves red marks on her face. So
yeah, and I recently changed my mask, and I'm getting used to it. I mean, it's just a health equipment that I have to wear. It's not anything, you know.
And if we don't talk about this stuff, we end up feeling alone, as though we're the only ones dealing with these issues. And
I've been dealing with. Well, I've had sleep apnea my whole life. And,
you're not alone.
And you basically, they thought I was. Basically, they thought I'd lost my mind and hallucinating and talking to furniture and stuff. And it turned out the hallucinations and all that stuff were caused by sleep deprivation, which is carbon monoxide and whatever. I have both forms of sleep apnea, and that means that my brain stops as well as my lungs, because I have a flap in my throat, and that leads to basically suffocating while you're asleep. So if I don't use a machine, my apnea is basically hold my breath or I forget to breathe for 40 minutes without a machine. So I'm on what's called a VPAP, which is a variable air pressure machine, and basically it's a bi-level, which is and it's not just bi-level because it actually breathes in and out for me while I'm asleep, because my brain forgets to breathe. That's it, simple as that. And you know, I do everything I have to. I have to use my machine at night to keep my oxygen levels up, and I pass my medicals for my driver's license.
Yeah.
Before then, I didn't. I was untreated, and I found out because one day I had an apnea behind the wheel, and I woke up on the footpath as I was mounting the footpath with the car. So if you suspect you have sleep apnea, please don't drive without treatment. Which way are we going now?
I don't know.
I'm lost.
I know where I am. I don't know how to get from here to where we're going.
Okay, here we go. We follow the signs. It says...
We don't want city centre. We want North Adelaide.
Oh, I'm lost.
We need something that goes to the right.
Oh, this is... Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, wait. Well, yeah. I've just got into the middle lane, but I think... I should have stayed in that lane.
Look, if we go into Adelaide, we can come back north, but... where we need to go, Bridge, is if you're looking towards the right... It's over there. It's over that way.
I think I should have gotten the other lane.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll find where we're going.
We will. I think we've got plenty of time. Well, no, we haven't got plenty of time. It's 11:08, but we've got enough time.
But let's just drive in and we'll show people what some part of Adelaide looks like.
Yeah.
Before we come out. It's starting to get warm though.
But we are going to take the next street on out that runs right.
If I can get over there, because I've just gone into the centre lane.
Yeah, I know.
This one in the left lane goes straight ahead to city centre.
I know.
I'll try and get across, but usually, because we have a small car, quite often these big four-wheel drives are like, you're not doing that. Okay. But Adelaide is, the CBD is surrounded by parkland and trees and stuff. So this is the edge of the parkland, I guess.
Yeah, these are you're seeing the northern parklands, those trees.
Yeah. So you want me to go across? I'm going to make my way across.
Yeah,
now.
Melbourne Street we want to get into.
Yeah, well, we're going across now.
And that will at least get us into North Adelaide rather than the city centre.
Yeah, R1 takes you straight through. So,
Yeah.
So we'll take this next to the right.
Yep.
And believe it or not, we are turning right, kids. You've still got to indicate. And the speed limit's dropped to 50 kilometres an hour. There's a red light at the end of it all.
There we go, North Adelaide straight ahead. Yeah, Adelaide's basically the main CBD, and then the Torrens River, and then North Adelaide.
Yeah, it's quite pretty, Adelaide. Some parts of it is.
Some parts really are.
We've been to the botanical gardens, and there's a zoo in the middle of the city, and all sorts of amazing stuff here. It's a very old, well, it's not as old as Sydney, but it is still an old city.
Yeah.
With
the earliest maps are 1836.
Yeah, well, yeah, but Adelaide began before then.
No, Adelaide kind of began 1836.
Oh, did it? So, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still discovered, and it was still farming.
Oh, yeah, there was discovery, but European settlement of South Australia began 1836.
Oh, okay, the settlement, okay. So 1836 is still a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
not
like,
quite as old as 1788, but it's still a while ago.
What is it, 70 years difference? About.
12, 36, 38, 48, yeah, 48 years difference.
Yeah, well, you can see that there's a mix of old and new, these buildings here. Where are we at now? This is North Adelaide.
This is North Adelaide. I think next traffic lights we turn left or something. I think that'll get us to where we're going.
There's not a lot of high-rise here. I mean, there are buildings taller than 3 stories, but...
Yeah, there's a few high-rises now in Adelaide.
Yeah.
But not North Adelaide.
Go through the red? I hope not. Alright, so we're going to...
turn left here.
We turn left here, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. This is German Street, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay then. I thought that was the hospital down there.
No, that's not the hospital down there.
Okay then.
That's something else. I know it looks like it, but
Right, we've got pedestrians going that way.
Yeah. Pedestrians here don't like being run over.
No, I don't either. I'm a little bit confused, Julie. But anyway.
Okay.
But we're going to have to find our bearings because this is North Adelaide.
Yeah,
and so we're going to have to pull over here, and we'll do that, and we'll have to say goodbye to everyone.
We will.
And you take care. I'm Bridget.
I'm Julie.
And I hope wherever you are, you're having a lovely day. Bye for now.
Bye for now.